As you're watching this video right now, notice how your neck is forwarded, trying to stare at your screen. Now I want you to take a second to bring your neck lengthened using your hands and push the back of your head so that your neck can lengthen. If you noticed any pain in this extension, and you felt some sort of relief when you got back up, then this video is for you. If you have a neck hump, you might not feel it yet, or you may actually have felt it or seen a visible change in the back of your neck. There may be some sort of a fat bulge at the bottom part where your neck and your upper spine connects. This neck hump is caused by various causes. One of the most common cause is having a forward head posture. Now, this forward head posture is usually due to you having to pull down your neck to look down onto your screen or hunching over your computer or laptop, which is a common thing that we all do, especially if you're a 9-to-5 worker, if you're a desk job worker, if you're a student. So a lot of you may be facing various neck pain and headaches, and you would sit on your desk and do all these little side stretches, but you still notice that that may be only temporary, but you haven't been able to fix the issue. On top of this bad spinal posture, when fat starts to accumulate in that particular area where your neck and upper spine meets, that's when it becomes a hump, which gives a lot of discomfort in your everyday life, but it also gives a visible difference in the way that your posture and your back looks. A lot of you who have a visible neck hump will notice yourself being structurally uncomfortable, especially when you're trying to go to sleep. When you're trying to go to sleep, it's highly disturbing, and the back of your neck is impacting your lower spine in your sleep. So that may cause a lot of pain, or it may be difficult when you try to lift your head up and your chin lifts up. There may be that structural discomfort in the back of your neck. Your neck muscles and cervical spine also has direct connections to your nerves, which is why a lot of people who have various neck issues will have constant headaches and just a lot of nerve related issues. So in this video, I'm going to talk about all of the things that you can do to help get rid of that neck hump. And what most people get wrong from trying to fix their neck hump, that is not actually fixing the root cause. In today's video, we're going to fix exactly that. This is why I also want to introduce you guys to the sponsor of today's video, which is Morphiq. And Morphiq is an app that helps you to rehabilitate and also to recover your body from any past injuries, or to generally work and strengthen your postural issues. For instance, if you're a runner, you can click on their runners program. They will structurally plan a super short everyday program that you can use. Most of the exercises do not require an equipment. So you can literally start today without actually having to go to a rehabilitation center or a physical therapist, and you can enjoy all of those benefits in the comfort of your own phone. The runners program will target various knee issues and hip issues, which is a common thing that a lot of runners have. And they also have a postpartum mom program, so that will be working on the hip mobility and pelvic area. This app helps to bring that consistency into your recovery and rehabilitation routine, so you can quickly recover and come back to your healthy self without having to put any uncertainty or stress trying to plan some sort of exercise. Instead of looking for these reels on Instagram or something on how to fix a runner's knee, it's super easy because you can just download the app and allow this app to just structure a perfect plan for you. So if you'd like to check out Morphiq for unlimited access for free, you can check out the link in my description box where you can add yourselves to get on the wait list. And once that app is launched, they will send you that free link to your emails. So definitely add yourself to the wait list, which requires zero commitment so that you don't miss out. So going back to the video, what most people get wrong about fixing their neck hump or their neck postural issues is that you'll start doing a lot of these stretching exercises. Now, stretching is incredibly important because it does help you to lengthen the muscles around your neck and your spine, which is easily caused by having bad postural issues, which makes your spine and your whole upper body to hunch over, giving you that hunch back and a forward head. A lot of people even call this the tech neck because this type of neck is caused by looking at technology a lot of the times. This also impacts your height. It may make you look a lot shorter, but it also, from a health perspective, is not healthy because it's impacting the rest of your body's postural alignment. Usually when you search how to fix a neck hump at home, and like you go on TikTok and like you try to like look for these, videos teaching you how to do certain exercises to help your posture, a lot of them connect that to lengthening your muscles and your spine. So there's a lot of stretching based exercises. But what's really important is actually strengthening and building the muscles around your upper body and your upper back and your neck flexor muscles. That actually helps to structurally bring that body alignment in good health. Though I do believe that these stretches are really great for temporary relief, and it also helps to relieve some of that stress that you have in your neck. So I always like to implement these stretches as well in my day-to-day routine. But from a structural perspective, from a long-term goal that you actually want to fix your neck and your body alignment, you have to build the muscles that is helping to flex your neck so that it prevents your neck from hyperextending, which creates that forward head posture. And also building the muscles in your upper back, such as your middle traps, lower traps, your lats, all of those areas, so that can pull down your shoulders from your shoulders hunching up. Having that strong support system in your upper back and your neck flexors will really allow to prevent any hunching and forwarding in your neck. And it also understand that this alignment impacts the way how your rib cage is aligned, your hips, and in all different areas, it is all interconnected. So making sure that you don't have a forward neck is so crucial, a lot more than you think, because everyone else is working on their aesthetics and thinking how their abs are defined or how big their booty looks. But generally, it's more the alignment that actually makes your body look fit and is physically fit. Especially if you're born in this generation, you will notice how your parents will always tell you, oh, you have to straighten your back, and they hit our back to make sure that we lengthen the back of our spine. But did you know that our neutral healthy spine shouldn't actually be super lengthened and straightforward? Based on the latest research on anatomy, you actually have to respect that natural curve that our spine has, which means your upper back does have a slight flexion and your neck does have a slight forwardness, and your spine actually has a slight extension, allowing your booty to slightly plump up. So it's not about creating a perfect flat back, which is actually a lot of the older ways in anatomy, that they believe that a flat back is actually the best form of a healthy spine. But now it's more of creating that great neutral spine so that we're respecting our natural curvature of our body, but also strengthening our everyday movement and functionality. So now I'm going to show you some of my favorite ways that I like to implement to my everyday routine so that I make sure my natural curvature is healthy and strong and I don't create that neck hump, which is really hard for me because I'm always on my phone or looking at my laptop or computer trying to edit videos and operating my Slim Academy and various things, and it's all happening on a digital basis. So I'm constantly sitting down and hunching over my laptop, and after about an hour or two, I start feeling insane pain in the back of my neck and my upper traps. So I start massaging those areas, and I would do these side stretches. But there is something that I always do that really helps me to prevent from creating a neck hump, which is being super aware of where my chin is located. So for instance, let's say I'm sitting down and I'm looking at my computer or my phone, and if I notice that my chin is lifted away from my neck, that's when I know my posture is getting really bad. So just always keeping your chin in naturally allows the back of your neck to lengthen, which prevents from creating that straight forward head and hunch upper back. Always being super aware of where your chin is. Whatever you're doing, let's say you're cooking, you're eating food, or you're doing your laundries or whatnot, just notice how where your chin is, and if your chin is away from your neck, just push it in, even if it creates a slight double chin. You gotta push your chin in and keeping that that straight posture, almost as if there's like some sort of string that's pulling from the back of your head from the top. It's like a little puppeteer. It feels like it's like pulling from the top. That really helps. Another great way is I like to use a foam roller to just stretch the very back of my neck, where like my neck and my upper back connects. That's usually where a neck hump can easily formulate. So I use a foam roller and I start rolling in the back of my neck. And honestly, when you first start doing that, it will give you pain, but that just means you have to do it more. So I just do a lot of these massages using a foam rollers to help support the blood circulation in that area so that it doesn't create an environment where fat can easily accumulate. It's very important of how you give care to your décolletage area. If you go to a spa or if you go to like a facial, they will always make sure to massage and like stretch this area to relieve any pain or tension that you're holding in your upper traps. Naturally, when we are stressed, we easily hunch and like bring our shoulders to elevate, but it's really important to just always be aware of bringing your shoulders down. But I do not want to limit it to always depressing your shoulders, because for some people, and not anatomically, they were born with shoulders that are very depressed. So obviously, if your shoulders are already depressed, you don't want to depress them even more, because that would just create a lot of pain in your shoulders and the back of your shoulder girdle. If you notice yourself that you're always elevating your shoulders, then your solution would be to depress the shoulders. But if you feel like your shoulders are already super depressed, and a good indication of that is seeing how your clavicles are shaped, which is like the bone right here, right underneath where your neck is. So based on how straight or elevated your clavicular bones look like, you can have a good idea whether your shoulder is depressed or elevated. So if your clavicular bone is pointing downwards, then that is a good indication that your shoulders is always likely depressed. So you actually want to do the opposite way of elevating your shoulders. You can always keep aware that your shoulders have to be slightly elevated, or you can also work on some of those shoulder elevation muscles, such as your upper traps, which actually naturally helps to elevate your shoulders so they don't stay super down. And last but definitely not the least thing that I always like to do to make sure that my body is in good alignment is add a couple of minutes of movement whenever I notice myself being in a still position for a period of time. So let's say I was sitting down and I was like eating my food for about 30 minutes or so. I will literally just start stretching and doing a little like quick little exercise for about a minute or two, and immediately my whole body just feels so much more relieved and there's like blood circulating all over. So simply just like extending your arms to the side, or like literally just like doing this like clapping position. You know, it literally could be any type of movement, anything that can help that blood to gush back into the rest of your body. It really makes a big difference. This is why the Morphiq app is such a great way to genuinely integrate that into your lifestyles. You don't even have to worry about like what you need to do. You just go on the app and then you just follow exactly what they structure for you, and it's so easy to get that a couple minute of movement for your spine health. And especially as we age, it's not even about, you know, like the aesthetics of how your body looks, but it's genuinely about how we can live a long and healthy life, and how we can prevent from our bone density decreasing that could easily lead to osteoporosis, or how we can continue to strengthen the muscles that actually helps the functionality of our movement, and being able to climb the stairs without tripping due to lack of muscle function. All of that is correlated to working with your posture and working with your spine health. So you could be, you know, lifting weights every single day and strengthening your muscles everywhere else, but if you're not working on your spine health, you're basically preparing your meal but not eating your meal. That's how important spine health is. Anyways, if you want to strengthen your body's movements, then definitely check out the Morphiq app below and add yourself so you do not miss out. If you enjoyed this kind of video where I'm giving more advice on like health related things, maybe, you know, going a little bit away from like the aesthetics, but also focusing on the longevity and health, then definitely like this video, because I will come and prepare with more videos like this. And definitely subscribe to my channel if you want more videos to elevate your life and bring the best version of yourself today today and tomorrow. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. I've been filming for the last like 40 minutes or so, and so I need like a little stretching. Comment down below if you guys want like my everyday stretching routine. I have like a 10-minute morning and nighttime routine, and it just like really helps me to just